Hey guys, and welcome back to another guide. This time it is for the Shav Pride Inflexible difficulty. The first thing I want to say is that if you want a ultra detailed version of the guide, go to normal, since flex is pretty much just normal with the numbers scaled down and a few other things. Now, let's get into the fight itself. So the main mechanic is Pride. This is tracked on your additional action bar thingy-majig that appears, and you start the fight at 0. Certain mechanics of the fight will increase this. Actually, pretty much any mechanic that gives you damage will increase it. So the better you play, the easier the fight will be. Now let's talk strategy. Tanks will swap on an ability called Wounded Pride. The main group will stack opposite the tanks on the other side, like on the back of the boss. So a buff will be thrown around the place by Norushan, who is a friendly NPC, and it's called Gift of the Titans. It does a damage done, damage taken reduction, and healing done buff when two players with the Gift of the Titans stack. It also makes you immune to Pride games while you have it. Now, this will always go into at least one healer, and the reason it does that is because of the next ability called Mark of Arrogance. This is a dot that is put in players. Once it's dispelled, it will give the dispeller 5 pride, so the person with the Gift of the Titan should be the one doing the dispelling. Now, there are two kinds of adds in this fight, small and big. Small adds will spawn under players, pretty much a black puddle appears on your feet, and after a few seconds, they will do it will do heavy damage to you, and the adds will spawn. So, since the group will be stacked, you pretty much stack up. The adds will start to spawn, you spread, they spawn, you stack up again, MD them to the off tank and nuke them down. So it is important that you all spread, or else you'll take heavy damage and gain pride. Now next is the big ad. These will appear in these little alcoves at the back of the room. These do a nuke which gives 5 pride to the people it hits, and gives pride to the nearest players to it when it dies. In the 10-man version, it's 2 players. Simply interrupt its nuke and that kind of thing, and nuke it down. Now there's 4 big circles in the room. You'll see these, they're pretty obvious. Now periodically Norushan will port players to the prisons. When in prison, the players will gain pride and take damage, which is not nice. So you need to stand on the 3 arcs which surround the prison to free the player. We found that it was best to have, in our flex attempt, that was just, well, flex kill, it was best just to have players assigned to that, but really anything will do, as long as you, once they've done that, they all get back and they stack up for the healing, just efficiency. Now next, he will do an ability called Swelling Pride. This is what Pride really affects. Now depending on your Pride, it will do a different thing. If you're from 0 to 24 Pride, it will do nothing. If you're from 25 to 49 Pride, a big void zone will appear at your feet, which does heavy damage in a few seconds. At 50 to 74, a projection of you will appear a few feet away. You just need to stand on the projection, and that will avoid heavy raid damage happening to your group. At 75 to 99, you will basically do an AoE to everyone around you, and you must stand out of the group. And if you get to 100, you are permanently mind controlled and must be killed. In general, most people will be from 25 to 49. And you'll be stacked when this ability is cast, so you're stacked, it casts, everyone will spread out, and once the void zones all explode, you stack back in again. Nice and simple. Now finally, once he hits 35%, things go a little bit crazy. Norushan will die, and when he dies, he'll give everyone 0 pride, so that was kind of nice of him. At this point, the boss will start doing heavy raid damage and giving 5 pride to everyone every 10 seconds. So healers, you need to be on your toes, and you also need, so pretty much when this happens, you just need to burn the boss down quickly while obeying the mechanics above. It's quite a scary phase, and you still have to deal with all the mechanics of the fight while taking this extra damage every 10 seconds. So pretty much nuke him down hard and fast, and you'll be just fine. This boss is mechanically a bit simpler than, say, Norushan, but it still does require a solid execution to kill, even on flexible difficulty, at least in our experience. Now that's it for this guide. If you want a ultra in-depth detailed version that's 10 minutes, you can look up my normal version guide, but this should be pretty much what you need to know in order to clear the fight. Honestly, if you know this, if you've read this guide, you know it, watched, then you're probably the person that should be leading your raid through this fight. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, all that sort of good stuff, and I'll see you next time.